Hello again. Welcome back to my channel. Hi everybody. I'm here again to do another collective reading. This is a timeless reading for, whenever it seems to get to you, that's when it's meant to get to you. So trust in your own intuition with that, with this is the time. And so we're going to do another reading to see what we need to hear today for the collective. And with this channel, we bring in the energies of the divine feminine, of rebirth, of renewal, of our deep inner knowing. That's what we're going to see today. Okay, so I only call in answers for my highest and greatest good, for the highest and greatest good of collective, my angels, guardian angels, sisters, and spirit guides. Any answers from those? Alright, so what does collective need to know right now? What does collective need to hear as a message? Maybe we should ask a more specific question about what's coming up for collective in this week. What's coming up for collective in this week? And how can collective prepare for that? The gem. This is the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck that we're using today. Sometimes it can really help on pinning an issue since there's just so many cards here. You can really get a sense of, I think, actually, I think I want to get another card. This one's poking out here. Before I talk, I think I want, there's two cards here kind of stuck together. What's going on here? The stone and the mountain. Interesting with the gem. I don't know. The stone, the gem, and the mountain. I'm getting a sense of alchemy. This one. The stone here. It's the alchemical symbol for the philosopher's stone. So it can kind of refer to that, but I think more often, yeah, because you got the stone and then the gem. And then the mountain here, there's this little person inside the mountain. So it's sort of, I don't know if you're aware of that card or that book, The Mountain Is You. I'm blanking on the author right now. But it's a really great self-exploration, self-help book that I highly recommend anybody reading, really. But, it really talks about how you have to go inward and be honest with yourself and find out who you really are. That's the crux of all your issues. So, the mountain, the stone, it's so interesting, isn't it? Like, you think of gems inside mountains, like hidden by dragons or hoarded by dwarves, maybe, if you're in a Tolkien kind of mindset. But then you've got the stone. The stone is the minor version of the mountain. And the stone creates the mountain. It's just, this is interesting. This is really interesting. What's going on here? Yeah, there's some interesting alchemy going on. This is about your inner transformational work that you've been doing. I think, going inward, going into the shadow and exploring what's inside of you has brought out this alchemizing of who you truly are into this, magical person that's really coming into their own. Yeah. Because I think there's been a lot of healing work to do. And so, but because of that shadow work, that shadow transformation that's going on, you've become this, diamond under pressure, so to speak. And before you knew it, you became, going from a stone to a mountain is pretty epic. Yeah, it seems like it's interesting. One sec. There, I just had to shut my window for some of the noise. There. So, I think I'm going to need another card here. Give me some more of the story. I just picked up this Ostera deck, but then this was on the bottom. We'll see if it comes back out. Yeah. Stone, the gem, and the mountain. The mountain is sort of like the representation of your life in the long haul. And you've gone from a stone to a gem in that journey. Painted eggs. Yeah, in the pursuit of your truth, you must master your own craft. Get a little better light there. But yeah. This is about turning your craft into a gem. Refining those skills from a stone into a gem. Yeah. And from that, you're building your mountain up, which could represent your career, your everything you've gone to pursue, really. Relationships that you've built up, a family you've built up. Could be anything that you're building, really. But, I think you've put a lot of work into making sure that the foundations are good. Lining up the stones. I'm going to get another Ostera card. Garden party. Embrace the coming of things worth celebrating. Yeah, so I think this is all culminating. I think that, the process is sort of done in a way. Like, you've made the gem and now you're just going to start reaping in the rewards. And the gem could even just be your own abilities, your own sense of self-worth, your just maybe like a whole new self that you've just created for yourself. Like, maybe you've just developed a new look, a new personality, or not in a strange way, but in a way of like, sometimes we go through a period and then we come out a new self. This channel is all about renewal and rebirth. So I think that lines up pretty well with what we talk about. So yeah, embrace the coming of things we're celebrating. I think you've got to really just be prepared to embrace the gifts from the universe. Like, it's gonna happen and it is coming. So I think what you actually got to prepare for is being able to receive it. Yeah. You got to get ready to receive, because it's just all right here. It's coming because you earned it. And yeah, don't be too nervous to receive it. Yeah. Don't be nervous. Well, I say don't be nervous, and that makes us nervous, doesn't it? We were talking about in another reading about how sometimes we can change nervousness into excitement. I think that's really powerful when we can, because they're very similar, actually, the feeling, excitement and nervousness. So sometimes if we can mentally shift our perspective on what's happening to us, say, oh, I'm so scared, or maybe I'm so excited that I'm shaking, sometimes that can really change things to reframe it. Endeavor. You reap what you sow. Yeah. You are reaping what you sow. And this light in here is very, I don't know if you can see well, but it's like an 8-point star. Like the Star of Ishtar, isn't it? And it's set in Virgo, so perfect, Virgo. The maiden. Yeah, you've been a hardworking maiden. You might be a man, but like, you know, that energy of the diligent, hardworking maiden bringing up the water from the hillside in the pail. I don't know why that image is coming to mind, but you know, I think you've just been very diligent for a long time. Oh my gosh, another Virgo card. Moon in Virgo. Contentment. The chance to boost health and vitality leads to satisfaction. Yeah, see a little better there? Yeah. Interesting, these Virgo cards. Because Virgo is a lot about, you know, diligent work, right? Virgo's the responsible adult of the astrological wheel. Of all the characters, they're the most adulting of the group. They're kind of too serious about it almost, very much like Capricorn can be. But you know, there's something really beautiful about that, being really focused and diligent and consistent, grounded in your work, grounded in the earth. Virgo is an earth sign, the earth mother. You know, I think of the Empress. So I think, you know, a lot of this is coming from you embracing that Empress energy of not pushing, not forcing, but diligently working at something with consistent gentleness towards yourself and towards the process. Yeah. This is really great. This is really, really good work. You know, this is just you building such a foundation, a nice, sturdy, earthy foundation. I don't know. I just really feel that for you, and I'm really happy for you. Garden party. Look at this big house. Look at this nice house worth celebrating. You've built it up. You started with just eggs. Yeah, I'm feeling good for you. It's a good thing. This is great. Moon in Virgo, Sun in Virgo. You're getting the things you deserve because you worked hard at it. So, you know, be proud. Be happy. I'm going to try taking a crystal card as well. See, actually, you know what? I'm going to save that. I think I jumped the gun. I want to do the Rabbit Tarot first, I think. I got a little distracted. I looked at the bottom of the deck. Eclipse in Aquarius, awakening. Your deeper resolve rises. You know what? I'm going to keep it because it caught my eye, so that means it's meant to stay. Your deeper resolve rises. I think you've got a new motivation going on. I think before you were kind of hesitant, but now it's like, okay, I see what I'm supposed to do. I have the energy, I've got the motivation, I'm ready. So you're opening up, you're awakening, you're opening up your gem, your third eye. Actually, at the top of this reading, it really feels like a third eye. All these give me kind of a third eye energy. That looks like an eye in the circle. Even that is like a little eye in the mountain. Like the eye of Sauron. Interesting. A lot of third eye activity going on. Alright, let's pick. Yeah, 8 of Wands. Oh my gosh. This is coming in fast too. What else we got here? Another one poking out. 2 of Swords. Yeah, the blindfolded. I think this energy has been blocked up to this point. It's been kept back because this is going to be very intense. But now you're getting ready to open up to it and things are coming in quick. So You just be aware that you might be resisting a little bit. Yeah, the Fool. Take that leap of faith. Don't resist. Oh boy, this is exciting. Yeah, you are just ready to go. The Fool, eclipse in Aquarius. What a leaping energy that is. Like, and with the Eight of Wands, this is coming fast. This is coming in like without fail. Like there's no chance it's not gonna happen. So you're gonna get it. Oh yeah. So yeah, the Two of Swords, just think about maybe letting yourself go inward a little more. Take some more pauses, some more breaths. Don't push too much. You need to let it in slowly, because it's going to be a lot of active energy. Don't want to get overwhelmed. Got two more cards here. Yeah, King of Wands. Oh, King of Wands, buddy. So this is going to lock a lot of creative energy for you. And the World, yes. And opportunity. You are leaping out into the world. And you've completed a lot of suffering and learning that was necessary to bring this about. So, I think there's some hesitation there maybe because of that. Because it was a lot to do with. And it was tiring. And you just needed a little bit of a pause to get your feet back on the ground. But now I feel you're ready with this Fool energy. I'm just going to take this one card because it's popping out. Yeah, Luna Lapin. This card is a little mysterious to me. Because there was that other Luna Lapin card we have in this deck that is sort of a lighter version of this. It's a full moon. And the sky's a little lighter, but this is like a dark, shadowy version of it with a crescent moon. Sort of a reversal of it in a way, but not. It's more like the shadow version. I think because you're embracing your shadow. Yes. You are learning about your shadow in a way that is making you powerful, is making you able to use it to your advantage. Yeah, this is the underlying foundation to this, because you needed to unlock your shadow powers, I guess. I don't know what that means. Maybe a guardian in the shadows? Yeah, so something about you needed to go through the darkness to understand that and to get this extra power behind you. Yeah. I think it was always there. It's just like you were afraid of it, or you didn't know, you didn't even know it was there. You didn't even understand. You had to learn. You had to go through the experiences of life. Sometimes we can't really just live a perfect life. There's no such thing as a perfect life. You just have to go through the experiences that you've been set out to do and try your best, basically. So, yeah. Spirit, is there anything else I need to say there? Just beware the Eight of Wands energy will be fast. It's going to come in quickly. So I guess be prepared for that, but also don't let it rattle you. Don't let it throw you off balance. Yeah. Okay, so what can collective do to help with that? The crystal card can give us some advice. Numai again. Yeah, so I really need to understand this crystal more because it keeps coming up. Numai. Yeah, Numai. It's very much like that stone, isn't it? Philosopher's Stone. Actually, just looking up in the book here because I forget. Means, yeah, self-mastery. Make peace with part of yourself that tells you that whatever you do, it will never be enough. You are developing mastery, and there will be times when you feel as if your progress is slow and inadequate. But you are called now to acknowledge that you have indeed persevered, learned much, and not given up. Doing so will help you to stay the course rather than veer off track. Be gentle with yourself as you master the challenges you always seem to overcome somehow. You are getting better at this thing called life, at building healthy relationships and prosperity, and at knowing and loving yourself as much as the conscious universe does. Give yourself credit and keep practicing. We are all learning, and New Might Spirit is here to tell you that the conscious universe is watching and is so very proud of you. Yeah. Oh, I just felt called to read that part. So, yeah, New Might. It's about giving yourself the patience to become a master. And to understand the mastery is happening in the moment. So there's no rush, there's no skipping steps, there's no jumping to the end of the story. It's just embracing the story and to not push yourself too hard, for sure. Because I think I'm definitely guilty of this. We all want to sort of be perfect immediately or think we can only start when we're perfect. I think even just starting this channel, I was nervous too, because I thought, well, I have to be this or that, or I have to be at this level, or I still have things unhealed about myself, therefore I can't. Like all these excuses that were not really valid excuses. They were just like, reasons to avoid doing the thing. So sometimes that can be our self-defense against the thing we're really afraid of, which is to try something new. So, and to be a beginner in that thing. So I think that might be something you need to work on, something you need to face within yourself. Because, you can't start something unless you're willing to be a beginner, unless you're willing to be vulnerable in that way, and to not love what you're doing immediately, but I think you will, because I always do when I do something, even if it's not the way I imagined it, I'm still proud of it. I'm still enjoying it in the moment if I'm really engaging with it. So, engage with that process of life. Don't make things about achievement, make them about the moment. Yeah, fluorite. Aww. Such a heart card. Yeah, be loving to your heart, Fluorite is such, a clarifying card in a way. So it takes care of your mental clutter too. So maybe, challenge your thinking. Don't let those thoughts stop you when you're in the middle of starting something. Just empty your mind. Don't analyze, don't think anything about what you're doing, just do it. And enjoy it. And don't analyze it. Don't compare it. Don't, in the moment of drawing a line, don't think that's an uneven line, or, just be free. Free yourself from judgment, my goodness. Because it stifles creativity, and it's not very fun for us, We need to live a happy life. First and foremost, more than anything else, more than being creative or productive or successful, we need to be happy. And we need to be enjoying the moment. So that is your priority. Everything else flows from that. So don't think that you are skipping or you're being not serious if you're just enjoying yourself. A lot of work comes from play. In fact, I would say more efficient work comes from play. So, you know, take that as you will. Yeah. I think that's the end of the reading. This was a really cool reading, actually. I love how everything worked out and ended up looking on the board. I don't know. I just go intuitively with everything, how I lay it out, and I always find everything ends up exactly where it's supposed to go. But, no, I just really like this one. The look of it is very cool. Very cool. All right, collective. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you will get some rest and take care of yourself and just let yourself be who you are without pressure. All right. I love you so much. Take care.